What's going on, Washington Commanders Nation? It's your boy Rio Robinson back with the latest and greatest on the Rambling with Rio YouTube channel, where we ramble about the Washington Commanders. Free agency, off-season, league year, week one for the Commanders has been a busy one, and we are now 1 week away from the NFL owners' meetings that are, cross your fingers, going to be voting and approving the new owner of the Washington Commanders. Things are heating up. If you were on Commanders Twitter last night, shit was getting super real. It appears, based on how tentative and timid the media is being, it appears a deal is done for the transaction of the football team. And I see guys like Rick Snyder. He's been all over it. AJ Perez of Front Office Sports. But Rick Snyder, he said he's not posting anything yet after reviewing what he just recorded. Two couch. Let me just say for now, multiple sources say a deal has been made. Just can't say 100% who it's with and not guessing. After 45 years in the business, he's not trying to go out that way. JP Finley said that we're on the precipice. He said the transaction is on the goal line. Chick Hernandez posted a gif of a contract being signed, and all of a sudden we see all these random fans and random blue mark Twitter people who we had no idea was a media member or a journalist coming out and saying Josh Harris has reportedly purchased the team for $6 billion. I seen a fake account saying that Harris and Rail's family was celebrating here in a private room at Maggiano's in Chevy Chase. They can hear the shouting. Like, come on. Wait till someone credible comes out and reports it. I do think we're within 48 hours of finding out who it's going to be, whether it's Bezos, whether it's Harris, or whether it's someone we haven't even heard of yet. But we are on the finish line. We are on the last stretch, the final stretch of the Dan Snyder era. Apparently, Dan's boat is docked in Monaco as we speak, and a deal has been reached on this team's transaction. We are going to celebrate and party like it's 1999 when he goes out. Like, so for all the fans, y'all talking about having a parade. What if the next shut the fuck? I'm gonna stop you right there. Shut the fuck up. We don't want to hear that shit. Yeah, you know, cool story, bro. Go take that shit elsewhere. We are celebrating when Dan Snyder's out of here because we're tired of the bullshit. 24 years of a circus, a shit show here in DC. If we want to have a parade, if we want to march on Washington like we're affecting history, this is history for us. The day that transaction tweet comes across our timelines on Twitter, who I'm guessing Schefter breaks it. I know the local guys, they have their sources and stuff. I imagine a national guy breaks that story. But the day that tweet comes across my screen, that Dan Snyder has accepted a bid for the Washington Commanders for the amount of blank, blank, blank billion to blank, blank, blank billionaire, I might shed a tear of joy because then that means that genuine change can come. Literally, the second the deal is signed, that owner walks in day one already an upgrade, a significant and substantial upgrade from Daniel M. Snyder. So don't tell us not to celebrate. Don't tell us, oh, what if the next owner? No. Don't tell me, oh, but Josh Harris is Josh Harris is a better owner than Dan Snyder. Already, off the strength of I've seen his teams have some type of success in this league. And we've never, in 24 years of Dan's ownership, we've never seen an 11-win season. Like, come on, man. It all starts from the head. You kill the snake from the head, man, and everything goes out with that. We can actually get a reset of karma as a franchise, as a fan base, as an organization. But wait till someone credible comes out with it. We got that. The one Twitter page talking about he saw a player in Darna talking about Bezos' baby, and then reportedly Josh Harris bought the team for $6 billion. Guys, I promise you, none of us YouTubers, none of us Twitter fans, and none of us in the fan base are breaking a story of this magnitude, a historical piece of sports history. Ain't none of us breaking this fucking news. Ain't none of us got sources. So let's cut that shit out and let the people who get paid to let us know when their sources can confirm it, because we don't have no motherfucking sources. But we'll see, man. The team is about to be sold. And whenever it does happen, I'm going to hop on here and go live for hours. We need to celebrate. I need to hear everybody's opinion on it. I'll probably drop the link to it in the joint so y'all can hop in and we can talk shit together and celebrate. But yeah, man, I'm ready. I'm ready to celebrate for real, man. But Washington, they got busy in a way, if you want to call it that. If you want to call it that, we made moves. Now, we didn't make a splash move, but we aggressively attacked free agency on the opening hours of the tampering period. And we filled some positions of need on the offensive line, which we knew was the top priority. We brought in Nick Gates, who's here to play center. I think he's here to start at center. I think Andrew Wiley from the Chiefs, our new right tackle, here on a 3-year deal. I believe he was here to start at right tackle. And Cody Barton, the linebacker we signed from Seattle to replace Cole Holcomb, and the couple interviews that I've heard of him speaking with the media, he sounds like he expects to start at the mic, and that was what he was told, because Washington wasn't even on his radar, and they told him straight up, we want you to start at Mike Backer for us. So while these names aren't the most ringing and name brand amongst fans, you know, they could come in and surprise some folks. I mean, their scheme fits and they're not expensive, but we knew they wouldn't be expensive. Or at least I've been saying that if you're expecting anything splashy or for Ron to come and drop the bag on notable guys, you haven't been really watching what Ron does or how Ron operates as the de facto president of football operations of this team, of the many hats that Ron wears since he's been hired here, going on his 4th season now. He doesn't really make splashy moves. Ron likes to take flyers. Ron likes to have experiments with players. You know, like the Logan Thomas experiment. He had not really been given too much of a chance to be a featured tight end until he got to Washington. It was a signing most fans hated when it happened, but we saw a season of production with him in 2020. So I guess Ron continuously thinks that he can make magic out of any player whenever he makes moves. So don't expect too many big splashes when it comes to Ron. Expect a lot of bargain shops. Expect a lot of, you know, value. You know, we're trying to get A player production from C player value. Like I don't know. I don't understand. I'm not telling them to go out and just shop for names that fans know, but I just wish at some point Ron would address positions of need not so frugally, because I'm looking at some of these deals that some of these middle linebackers got, like Azeez Al-Shaair from Tennessee got $5 million. We could have definitely spent a little more at the linebacker position, but hey, welcome to the team, Cody Barton, Andrew Wiley. We brought in a depth piece on the defensive line from Atlanta, I believe. What's it? Abdullah Anderson. Jag. Not trying to be disrespectful, but Jag. He hasn't played much in his 4 years, but the 8 starts in his career happened when last year with the Atlanta Falcons. I expect him to be camp body, and if John Ridgway's pec injury needs to take a while to recover, that's what he's here for. I don't expect too much out of the guy, but welcome to the squad as well. We lost 2 beloved fan favorites in Taylor Heinicke and Cole Holcomb. Fans love them. I respect and appreciate what they brought to the team. I'm not going to cry over either. We upgraded at the position of backup quarterback with Jacoby Brissett, and I'm not going to argue with anybody on that because Jacoby Brissett is a better backup quarterback than Taylor Heinicke. Not going there. The Hive flock down to Atlanta if you cannot bear with being a Washington fan now that Taylor's no longer on the team. But Cole Holcomb will be at Pittsburgh now. Congratulations on him. That's going to be a good fit for him. And Pittsburgh, they're just a well-coached, well-ran organization. So I expect him to do great things over there. Good for him. We brought back some of our guys, F.A. Obata, Tyler Larson. We tendered Jeremy Reeves, and we claimed Cam Dantzler off waivers. So it's not the sexiest offseason, but Washington is busy. Washington has been on the phones and Washington is attempting to fill in the last few needs on this roster, because this is not a rebuilding roster. This is a roster that's ready to see the playoffs. This is the roster that's ready to see postseason right now. And 8-1 after 2-7 win seasons, it's a must-win situation for Ron Rivera. And the seat gets hotter as the days go by, and as new ownership is going to be in this building in the next couple of days, couple of weeks, couple of months, we're going to have new ownership. And you know, when new owners come in, they're not sticking with the old for too long. Ron's already seen this situation play out when Dave Tepper took over in Carolina, and it's the same situation that's going to be hanging over Ron this entire season here. We got Eric Bieniemy, who we think is an offensive mastermind, who's been on the coaching staff with one in Andy Reid for pretty much the last decade. So we're going to see what's happening with the offense this year. 1 week into the offseason, Washington's been active. We're going to see how that plays out going forward. But that's all I got for right now. As this sale news continues, I will be on it, and I will be on here live as soon as it goes out. And as soon as that transaction hits the timeline, when Schefter or somebody reports it. That's all I got for right now. Hail to the Washington Commanders. Deuces.